Good morning.
Good morning. Are you the podcast guy?
I am the podcast guy.
Okay.
Yeah, some sweet vans. So you can tell the health of a good organization, the quality of vans they have that show up, Just assuming that I'm supposed to be grabbing my helmet to go sign up for registration. So here we go.
Super excited. I'm glad to have another series here in Oklahoma, especially ran by these great people. They're so awesome. It looks like a mini GNCC place. It looks like we're at a GNCC in Oklahoma. It does. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Well, I told Hudson I'll do the start.
Yeah.
At least get that far.
I am so excited. We're about to get underway here with our first test race, undisclosed location. Yeah, it's private.
Secret races.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got a new tire here but me, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we got a win practice race.
Yeah.
Hello, Cody.
So what are we doing out here today?
Colin's racing. I'm sweeping. That's where I'm at. That's my level, sweeper. But Colin's excited, super excited, racing the 85.
Professional sweeper.
I'm a professional sweeper, yes. Just excited to be in Great Plains. When Huddy called me, months and months ago when this was a dream of his, we visited on the phone and he was telling me some ideas that he had, and we just were super excited to be a part of it and feel honored to be here, and I know his experience with some of his other racing associations, GNCC, IXR, it's going to pay off, and can't wait to see what happens.
What are we doing out here today?
I'm racing throw class, so
Nice.
I'm going to try as hard as I can.
Yeah? Gonna beat a bunch of guys this year?
Hopefully, I'll try.
Hi, what's your name?
Kinsey?
Kinsey? What class are you racing?
I don't know.
You don't know what class?
No.
Bike or quad?
Bike?
Nice. Step in the right direction. So far, everything's really, really professional and really well put together. Yeah. So he's got a really good thing going. I hope that it catches on real big and he can blow up out here. Yeah. My first thought was, man, who in their right mind would want to do this? Yeah. But then I found out it was Huddy, and I was like, man, what better person to try to put something on like this than him. So what are we doing out here today?
We have our GPXC test race out here today. We've invited about 30 to 40 people out to come enjoy the beautiful January day. It's like 55 degrees and sunny. This gives us a chance to test all of our equipment, allow some riders to come out, have fun, get some seat time, get some preseason testing in, and get our staff trained as well. So we've had a blast out here today with everybody, getting all the little issues worked out that we needed to before round one. That way we can go into round one ready to roll and have a good time with you guys. February 22nd and 23rd in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Good, how are y'all?
Right.
Yeah.
And then what's your number?
253.
Are we Raiders? Sir.
Hey, Cody.
I heard you needed money.
Does it pay $10?
I'm out here at a undisclosed location, we'll say, and we're doing a test race for the Great Plains Cross Country Series. And so it's given Hudson and his team a chance to get together and kind of work out some bugs before race season goes live, which I think is brilliant because you don't want to be handling the stuff on the first weekend. So they're going to come out swinging, and they're coming out pretty strong here today so far. So a couple things to work through, but it's been a really great experience so far. And I have to say my first impressions is that the professionalism is high. So the production value is high, lots of good looking banners. And I know they haven't even rolled everything out just yet, but it definitely looks like it's put together. It does not look like their first time. So it's been pretty well thought out. Definitely has a lot of the impressions that you would get from maybe a GNCC or that caliber of series. So excited to see what we have for today. So I'm going to be starting us out. We're going to do an hour-long practice, just kind of get a feel for the track. I think buys them a little bit more time to get things worked out. And then they'll have an hour-long mock-up race, I should say. So I don't know if there's any trophies involved. I probably won't get one. But so they'll have a race that's an hour-long, a bike race, quad race, and a mini race. And a couple different classes within that. But I think probably not a super long lap, just so that they have the opportunity to get out there and run people through the scoring chute over and over again and get them used to that. So it's cool to have this opportunity. I am really happy to be selected to come out and participate here today. There's only maybe 30 to 40 or 50 of us out here, so kind of a private deal, but really cool to be a part of, and really excited to see what we have here coming down the pipe this year.
Registered for today's event. There are signs on both sides of each road to help you determine your position.
Let us enjoy it, but let us remember you every second of the way. All of these things we pray in Jesus' most precious name. Amen.
All right, let's start them up.
Let's do this!
Ten seconds.
Did practice earlier. Track's pretty fun. I think it's about 4 miles is what they did for the mock track. I'm sure that's not how short their normal tracks are going to be, but fun little loop. Felt all right. A little bit dry in some areas, kind of slick, but fun. Had fun. My GoPro mount that I bought for my Osmo kind of points towards the ground a little bit too much, so I don't have really any usable footage from that, but going with a chest mount instead for the race, and hopefully that'll go better. So they just started the minis out. They kind of just did different rows for the different classes. They didn't really do an official class structure or anything like that, but so similar to what we've done in the past, but I would say just refined, and some things that are different about that. They'll do like a 10-second call. The flags are a little bit different on that one, but overall pretty similar, where every minute you've got a row taken off and a flag's what sends you off. So that's pretty similar. So nothing too crazy or new about that, but I'm gonna get ready for the race, and should be a good time.
Set.
We're alive.
coming up on me a few times.
I'd get kind of close and you'd get kind of far away. I was trying though, but yeah, you kept putting just a little bit of distance on me.
Yeah, it seems like it's always towards the end of the race I get faster.
Yeah, I noticed that today.
How was it?
Man, it was pretty good. I think I was 4th or 5th off the start, and I made a few pretty split decision moves, and I passed Quentin, and once I was behind Zach, we just kind of yo-yoed the whole time, man. I mean, I couldn't really get much traction out there. I know he couldn't either, but it was, I think we were both fighting for the same thing, just trying to keep it on 2 wheels. Or I'm hoping that more people come down to this area to race, so there's more pros and more competition than just the normal guys. But I think that this series will probably bring a lot more attention to our area. I'm really hoping that it will, and it really wouldn't even surprise me if it did, honestly. I think that Hudson's the right person to run this.
Yeah.
I was trying really hard to catch the A guys. But
How was the race day?
it was awesome, super great. Track was really, really good. It's got a super good layout. That's got a lot of fast stuff and a lot of little tight stuff to slow you down. Really bring out the skill in the rider instead of just hammer down and just not let off. Track was super good. It's a little dry out, but we picked up enough moisture somehow, so it's super awesome.
How do you forward to senior this season?
I'm so ready.
You go today.
It was great. We had a great time. Track was fun. We're learning the markers. We're doing some of that right now. But outside of that, it was a good time, and look forward to this season.
How'd you do today?
I think 4th overall. Yeah. So the old man still kept up with the youngsters. They still know I'm around.
Oh, we know.
Very organized. Sign-in process was really simple. The podiums are, when the race is over and they do the podiums, it's, like a machine basically. And enjoy the start, like a GNCC start, kind of doing some little turns before you jump in the woods. I really enjoyed that part too. So, but yeah, I think it's ran great. I'll say one thing I also like is, you line up with all these different numbers, so you don't know who's in your class, and you know what I mean. So to me, mentally, that helps a little bit. You just go out there and ride. You don't try to chase anybody. So, yeah, looking forward to different tracks this year and some different adventures from the stuff I've rode before. So, and getting better, getting faster, definitely. So.
Oh, I had a blast. I think Hudson and them are going to have a really good series. I can't wait to see all the people that show up, and getting to be the pastor at the series, that's what means the most to me.
Yeah. How did you come to be involved with the series?
I got a phone call one night, and Hudson introduced himself and asked if I'd consider being the pastor at the series, and me and my wife prayed about it and thought it would be a great opportunity. Hardly anybody that's out here do we know, so it's an opportunity to reach a whole new crowd.
Very cool, very cool. Tell me about what we're riding here today.
It's my little CRF 250F. I think it has a big whopping 19.5 horsepower, which is great. If you whiskey throttle, you don't end up out in the trees, so that's a good thing. Even a preacher can ride it.
Which row did you start on today?
I started on the first row, but I just started last.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better that you started on the first row and not the third row, and then caught me in the first line.
Yeah. But
I can hardly hear you coming, and I said, oh,
it's a secret weapon.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. What are you looking forward to most this season?
Just getting to preach to everybody, and then just watching all the riders race, and even watching the four-wheelers, something I've only done once in my life, and I seen that at Indiana at the GNCC. But watching all these youngsters, that'll be a whole new ball game, so it'll be fun.
One of my best friends just crushed me, so that never feels good, but I'm happy for him that he rode so well. Josephine rode awesome. Nick rode awesome. How about you?
I had a good time.
Yeah.
Was definitely outclassed today.
No, dude, that's brutal. Putting you on the A line is like, are you the only guy on that line who hasn't raced pro before?
It looked like it.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I can't wait for MPH. It's going to be so much fun.
It was really fun. The loop was cool, laid out really nice, and it got just a little rough towards the end, which was really cool, but a lot of really good lines, a lot of like nice berms and turns. It was fun. It's probably early to tell, but like just their whole presentation, their attention to detail, how they set up the start, and I love how they introduce and do the prayer before and all that. National anthem, that's really sweet.
It started already. You just kind of hold me in the middle.
So what was your favorite part of the race today, Cody?
My favorite part of the race today was not crashing. There were definitely some opportunities to crash, and I saved it a few times. One of those times I'm sure I'm going to post on the onboard footage where I took a handlebar to the stomach, but we survived that one and kept going. But the track was super fun. I know we weren't out here to test the track. We were out here to test the systems and test how we're going to operate and kind of do a dry run. And I thought the team did great, and especially for the first time. There were some kinks, some hiccups and stuff that they did, but overall they were able to stay pretty well on track as far as timing goes. And I think they had a little delay at the morning, but they never lost timing, and they could have made it up if they wanted to, but they were just staying consistent. So a lot of grace for them today, but really they don't need a whole lot of it. They've already been pretty professional so far, and I'm looking forward to what all they have to offer this season for these racers. And I think it's going to be a big draw for a lot of people to come in and race this series. I know it's kind of got me excited about doing it again and showing up to every race, every round. The little bit longer rounds are going to be, or races individually are going to be a little bit to get used to. Today we just did an hour plus maybe just a little bit, depending on how the lap hit. I definitely could have done more. Still fun pushing, but the longer races is probably going to be kind of grueling, especially when you get some of these fast guys out here beating the track in. But had a lot of fun today. Raced a lot of people, got to see a lot of friends today, and I'm just looking forward to what's left in the season.
And what do you think will set this race series apart?
What do I think is going to set this race series apart? I think Hudson is going to be what sets this race series apart. I think his leadership is top notch, and that's what's going to be just the differentiator here. Not that we haven't had good leadership in other series in the past, but I think that there's something special about him, that he's just a leader of men and he's got a good heart, and what he brings to this is just a lot of intentionality. It's very well thought through, and he's going to be able to execute it. He's not just going to say, I want to do this and I want to do this and be a dreamer, but I think he has what it takes to execute it and make it and follow through for years to come. And if this is how well he's starting, I think he's got a long ways to continue, but he's already starting at a really excellent place. Get the first takes right here where we get the all dirty teeth and stuff. Snot running out of your nose. It's good. It's good stuff.
Seems really well organized and everything, and just seems like it's gonna be a good year.
It make you feel kind of
Racing,
special,
yeah.
like all the
all this
circumstance kind of makes you feel all special having all this stuff going on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely not used to this.
Cool.
And for our winner from the second row, not sure how that happened, but let's give it up for Dylan Youngblood. Dylan, tell us about the race.
It was a lot of fun. It's a test race, so I was like, well, I'm going to test my abilities, kind of see where I'm at for the season with my training camp. And I was like, I knew like if I started with them, I probably wouldn't push as hard. So I was like, I'll start a minute down and see if I can push up there to the front. It's a lot of fun having some new faces on the pro line. We're excited to have a new series here in Oklahoma. It's going to be, we're all looking forward to it. It's something we needed. So thank you to Hudson and all the workers for having us.
Were you doing the podcast the other day?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the one that
Yeah.
I heard that car. On the drive here.
That son of a gun. What do you think about racing after the bikes?
It takes a while for the track to get burned in for quads, and bikes, you kind of got to make run in. You know, they'll have the single track, you got to run over that. And when the quad tracks get burnt in, it's kind of like rails. You know, you point and go, almost. Yeah. But it's different for sure, and I like it.
Yeah. Man, just being a test day, like, I'm excited because we roll in and they got banners up. They got everything looking like professional organization. It feels like a national here in Oklahoma, and that's exactly what he was shooting for. So I think it's going to attract a lot of new riders, hopefully bring some of the old guys back into the sport. So we're looking forward to racing here. I mean, it's everything we expected and more.
So I'm curious, so you guys went after the bikes today. What was that like for you guys?
I didn't even notice you guys were there. I mean, there wasn't that many dirt bikes on the track, so yeah, it wasn't horrible, and it was dry conditions, so it's not like you guys really rutted it up. I could see at a mud race, we might have to offset it, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll race in the same track. I think after quad practice, the track will be beat in like it needs to be, so I'm not worried about.
What do you think are you most excited for about the series?
I think the level of competition, I think it's going to bring some riders from out of state. It's going to really, like I said earlier, bring some of the older riders back in that we've maybe lost over the years. I think, him having it's more professional organization is how I would put it. It just seems like that's what I'm excited about, honestly. It's just like he makes the decisions, one set of rules. It's not bouncing all over, so that's...
Ask me questions, or I just need to say stuff?
Well,
can I fix my hair first?
Sure.
Here. Hang on.
I'll record it. So
I feel like it's stuck. Okay. Yeah, so really great. We got to have a lot of good, fun people here. It was really fun to practice. It was a great opportunity to train our staff. We got a few things we're like, ooh, we want to sharpen this. Ooh, we want to sharpen that, because we really just want to make sure the first round is just awesome and really fun and simple and easy for people. So, I mean, I'm just, honestly, being here today is just exciting, and it's just, it's amazing. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's here. Hudson and I have been to a lot of different races. Hudson and I, we both competed very heavily for a lot of years, and we've done a lot of different series. Hudson's raced over here in Oklahoma. I grew up in Kentucky, racing Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and he's been over there racing too, so we're bringing experience from a lot of different areas. And also it's like, hey, we have a wife and a husband, that both race, so we're kind of bringing both of our thoughts into the racetrack too. Like, my perspective is going to be different than Hudson's on a track, because he's running like Mach 9, when he's running the track and laying it out. But me, I'm going to have a little bit different perspective of the track. So I don't know, I think that just Hudson and I, and like the experience that we have, just kind of makes it different. Everyone's going to have their own personality and their own style to it. So just do it. Come on out, do a race with us, see if you like it. But I think we're really going to blow your mind, because we really put a lot of work into this. We're thinking about all the fine-tuned details of everything, because we want to make every step of it easy, convenient, fun, competitive.